Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. It is Tuesday, the 21st November 2023, and today I have these latest JoyToy Warhammer 40k 118 scale action figure releases. Astra Militarum. We have the Cadian Command Squad veteran with Regimental Standard, the veteran with Master Vox, no idea what a Master Vox is. The veteran with Medipack, the commander with Power Sword, and the veteran sergeant with Power Fist. I know a lot of people are looking forward to these, including me, and they came a lot quicker, or came out a lot quicker than I was expecting. Let's get a quick look at the boxes. So, pretty cool. I hope that standard can plug into the base. And it looks like maybe it can, because there's a hole there. Or maybe the standard goes in this side, sorry. Looks very cool. The hands do look a bit comically large. There's a lot of people commenting when we first saw the preview. Let's go for the Sergeant of Path. It looks rather cool. So it's going to be interesting what these are like in hand and how the articulation is going to suffer with that hard sort of plastic skirt part of the coat coming down. Looks cool. Love that cigar in the mouth. He has less hands than the other guy. Swap position around with the whatever Master Vox is, no idea. Some sort of communication fax machine, who knows. Looks pretty cool as well. All looking good so far. And our one with the Medipack. Where's the Medipack? I can't. Oh, it's on his back. It must be. Looks pretty cool. And lastly, the commander with the Power Sword. Looks pretty good. And removable helmet, which is pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to unbox and set them up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here they are in all their glory. They do look good. My favourite is definitely the Sergeant with the Power Fist. They're looking really quite good. There are some things I don't like. The hands are a bit comically big, but there are some really nice features. The feet are also a bit big too. And we'll look at those features in a moment. But first, you should consider joining the Patreon, because you get to see all these videos as soon as uploaded. Not only that, there are competitions. We'll be having a prize draw for this Planet Green Valley EFSA Security Forces military robot MAI-76 soon. Planet Green Valley is probably my favourite 118 scale action figure range. They are not cheap to come by, so this would be a great giveaway for my patrons to say thank you. There's a link in the top right of your screen now. Free for 7 days and cancel any time in those 7 days. However, you do have to be a paid for member to have a chance of winning that prize. Okay, now we stop that commercial break and we come back to our review. So they all come with 5 hands. We'll look at those in a second, except the Sergeant with Power Fist and the Commander with Power Sword. They only come with the 3 right hands, not the 2 left hands. So let's go look at the hands they come with. This is from the guy with the standard. So you get a right pointing, or picking the nose maybe. You get the compulsory left and right fists. Then you get a left gripping, like for a sword, or maybe the standard it could be. And you get a right gripping as well. At the moment he's got his gun hand holding the banner. Now I should really probably do it the other way, maybe, because as it is he just wants to topple over that, because that banner is so heavy it's not funny. I mean, it looks great, but they should use a much thinner material. So let's get a close look. So I will take him off from that. Okay, so the banner first of all. Very nice. I'm loving the little sort of skull, golden skull at the top there. Pretty cool. I'm now going to turn it the other way. The banner does have a little bar there to help keep it in place. Now if I turn it that way, it'll stay up nicely. Let's get a look at him. So he comes with, where is it? I thought it was an extra gun. Maybe I'm missing a gun from. Oh, sorry. Yes, he comes with with 2 guns if I get this right. So he comes like this. He also has a gun that slings over his shoulder. And check out this gun in the back. Yes, it's got its own sheath, which it can come quite stiff though. Come out of, which is very, very cool. He also has, let's put it back in, a nice little, or quite nasty looking little sword, cutlass, for slicing, dicing, stabbing enemies too. He does look pretty good. His helmet does not come off. Unfortunately, I wish it did, but it does not. Let me just get a little bit extra light. Give me a second. Right, let's see if that's any better. Yeah, it's a bit better. Nice looking. The hands are a bit big. Wish the grenades came off. Do they? No, they're fixed on. But he's cool looking. Stick him back over there. Stand him up first. They're big feet. They're quite easy to stand. Next with the Master Vox. It's like a, what's that, a fax machine? Does look pretty good. No idea what the writing is. Not sure we can make it out. He does have a helmet that plugs in, and you can pop it off. But if you do, you'll see it's got a little pin that plugs in. So it looks a bit strange, number one. Number two, his head can't really have it. Well, he's got those earphones on, and the earphones are fixed. I mean, he could sort of, yeah, not nicely. You know, he's got a bit of a Benny Hill, the way he's wearing that sort of thing, you know. So it's not really made for him to wear, unless the headphones come off, which they don't. It's a shame that make the headphones separate, so you could take them off, put the helmet on, and vice versa. But the fact that he's got a helmet and it does plug in is pretty cool. Nice features. There is some shading, but I can't see much of highlighting, but there is inking on there. Now he wants to fall backwards due to the weight of that Master Vox in his back, so be careful. Next, he has to fall backwards again. Come on. My favourite, the Sergeant with the Power Fist. He does look good. Need a bit of red on that lit cigar, but it looks fantastic. The Power Fist, smack! Looks really nice as well. Some really nice detail. Look at that inking going down there. Looks great in the recess of his jacket. Such a great looking figure. Does look good. Now we come to the one of the medic guys. Got loads of things going on as well. Hold his gun quite nicely. This is another kind of strap he can put over. And like our first guy, he's got another gun in the holster, and which is attached to his bag, which is pretty cool. He's also got on the other side a little saw for doing some amputations on the battlefield. It appears that maybe this holster part comes out, but I don't want to break it, but it is moving like it might. Also has another loose satchel there as well. Very nice looking figure. And they all come with stands, bases to stand them up on. Come on. Okay. And lastly, Commander of the Power Fist. He's the only one with a removable helmet. It just sort of fits him okay. Sorry, not Power Fist, Power Sword. I like the way the Power Sword sort of plugs in. That looks pretty quite cool. Not quite sure about the painting on the Power Sword, but the rest of them is pretty nice. Then you can take his helmet off if you want. And have him without his helmet. But there's nowhere that I can see for his helmet to go. Unless I'm missing something. And I could, I guess, stick it over his... there we go. Stick it over his whatever. His little pouch thing there. Now, articulations will be pretty much the same all except for the commander. And a little bit different on the sergeant because he's powerful. The commander because he's got the longer coat on. Okay, so let's get into articulation. So let's look at our first guy again. Now, the hands do pop off a little bit too easily, even though they're big. So I mean, look at that head. That hand is as big as his head, maybe bigger than his head. Whereas my hand doesn't go from my jaw all the way to the top of my head. His hand probably would. Anyway, so let's get a look at articulation. So, left, right, up, down, side to side. Very good. Shoulders all the way around. This sort of armor is going to restrict us outwards, but he is getting, fair play to JoyToy, a nice flat, a nice 90 degrees. This one, I don't know if it will. Almost. So that's better than the Space Marines. Bicep bend is getting almost 90 degrees. And this one will be slightly less depending on where you do it. Actually, more actually if I do it that way. Hands on the double barbells, you get articulation in all directions, but they might pop out a bit easily. They're not too stiff on the fingers, which is great. He's got a trunk, but that sort of combat vest thing he's wearing, his webbing, is going to impede his articulation. He can move left and right, he can turn forwards, backwards. Waist, no, I don't think so. Now this skirt part is quite thin, but it's still going to impede his articulation a bit. But to the sides, that is better than expected. Forwards, it gets in the way a lot, and backwards also gets in the way, but it's okay. He should have a thigh cut. He has. He's got a double kneecap. He's got quite ugly kneecaps though. It gets tight. There's no boot turn as far as I can tell, which is a shame. He gets a decent tippy toe. His dorsiflexation could be better. It's not great. He gets toe articulation. And he also gets his swivel in and out on his legs there. On his feet, sorry. So articulation is right. He can do action poses, but it really wants a boot turn to make it a bit more easy. So that's just a quick pose I'm doing now, and he's let's get him there. Almost standing up. There we go, standing up already. Help! Help! Tyranids! Okay, so we will look at the commander, but the legs. For the legs, will make a big difference. Let's get his hat off first. So sideways, yeah, not very too much resistance. You really want to have a slit up there. Forwards and backwards, probably better than I was expecting, particularly because that leg's bent. If I get that leg straighter, but it doesn't even want to go straight. Is it stuck? Okay, there we go. Forwards, backwards are slightly better than I was expecting. And then the rest will be the same, but knee bend, that's going to get in the way, but he's going to sort of fold his coat up. He still gets 90 degrees. And the rest are the same. The feet seem a bit too big, though. Oops, hello. Okay, let's stand them up, and now we're going to do a measurement for size, then the comparison with some other figures to see how they compare. So I will keep him there. I'll keep his helmet off. And I'll keep the sergeant, and I'll keep the medic guy for the time being. We'll measure with the guy, the medic pack, because he looks bigger with his helmet on. So in terms of, let's move them all across like since I can still zoom in a little bit in a second. Okay, let's get a little zoom. Okay, so in terms of size, this guy is just under 10.5, shorter than I thought, to be fair, 10.5 cm, which is nice because you should scale better with some other things. So let's do a comparison. I'll get a Death Guard of Krieg. I love these guys, except their articulation in the lower body because their coats was terrible. At least the coats on these guys, these are Cadians, is far more pliable. But the Krieg guys got nicer hands, smaller hands. You can see size-wise that my Krieg guy wants to fall over for. Let's get him standing up straight. Size-wise, they scale perfectly fine, but the Cadians are more bulky and about the same height. If I look at one of the Scion Tempest, I forgot what they're called now, guys, you can see they are slightly bigger than the Cadians, but again, very bulky. The Krieg guys just look very, very skinny. Let's take him out because he's a similar size. Put my sergeant just a bit closer. If I use a Templar, Space Marine, let me get him standing up properly first. He just wants to fall backwards at the moment. There we go. You can see that he is well over one head bigger than these guys. So the scale wise, I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, they could be a little bit shorter to make it scale more lore accurate, but I think they scale pretty nice, all things considered. A nice first release for the Cadians. I hope they can, I hope they can get the hands smaller, but then they'll look funny, won't match so well. But I wish the hands were slightly smaller. But other than that, they are pretty cool. Okay, let me just get these guys together for a little group shot. Give me a second. So here they are, looking particularly good together. Gonna have nice shelf presence. If you're the sort of person who likes to pay, open, and display, they do look pretty cool, have to be said. Can't wait for the artillery and any other future releases they do for the Cadians. Nice figures. Okay, so awesome actually running out, saying please consider joining Patreon. Don't forget there's a chance to win this Planet Green Valley military robot if you're a Patreon subscriber. So it is worth checking it out. And I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy and keep collecting. Bye-bye.